Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really powerful idea, one that might completely change how you see your own mind. I mean, think about it for a second. Is your mind working for you, or are you a slave to it? It's a huge question, and we're about to explore a fascinating philosophy that tackles it head-on. It's a system called Delta meditation. So, to start, what's really wild is who this message is reaching. Just look at this number, 80%. Yeah, that's right. For their main Persian language channel, a whopping 80% of the viewers are from the US and Europe. That statistic alone seems to scream that there is a huge demand in the West for new answers to what the source calls mental crises. All right, so let's get into what this is all about. Here's the roadmap for our journey today. First, we'll look at the mind as a matrix, then the subconscious gatekeeper. After that, we'll explore the power of mind silence, check out a toolkit for freedom, and finally, see what life looks like beyond the mind. So, first up, let's unpack the core problem that Delta meditation sets out to solve. And it all starts with this concept of the mind as a matrix. So what do they mean by the matrix? Well, the central idea here is that we aren't really free. We're all operating from inside this invisible cage, this program built from every belief, every experience, every piece of societal conditioning we've absorbed since the day we were born. And this is a brilliant way to think about it. Your brain, that's the hardware. It's the physical machine, a super powerful processor. But the mind is the software. It's all the programs and data that have been installed on that hardware by your family, your culture, your society, and that software dictates every single thought. Okay, so if the mind is a matrix, how exactly does it keep us in check? Well, according to this system, the answer lies with a really powerful internal mechanism, a kind of gatekeeper. Just imagine that every single one of your goals, every positive thought, every visualization, it all has to get past this mental checkpoint, this filter, before it can become reality. And what is this gatekeeper checking for? Well, it's cross-referencing your new goal against everything that's already in the system. Your old beliefs, your past failures, your doubts, everything society taught you. And if your new idea conflicts with any of that old programming, you've got a big problem. And this right here is the absolute core of the model. If there's even a microsecond of doubt, a tiny flicker of this won't work, your goal gets rejected, thrown out. It has zero effect. This is their explanation for why just thinking positive so often falls flat. But if it's believed completely, without any doubt, it gets the green light. So if the mind is the prison, and our own inner doubt is the guard, how the heck do you get out? What's the key? Well, the answer is a state they call mind silence. And it's super important to understand this isn't just mindfulness or watching your thoughts go by. No, this is about the complete shutdown of that involuntary mental chatter. Total, deep mental quiet. The whole idea is that in this state of absolute quiet, you finally bypass all that old programming from the matrix. And that's the moment, they say, when your true self can finally come forward and start creating your reality without any interference. So the million-dollar question is, how do you actually get there? How do you achieve that silence? Well, Delta meditation offers a whole set of practical and sometimes pretty unusual techniques. Okay, check this one out. It's a technique designed to stop a panic attack or a thought storm dead in its tracks. You basically just blow out air, hard, like you're trying to put out a candle way across the room. The claim is that this creates a tiny temporary dip in oxygen to the brain, which acts like hitting a reset button on those frantic thoughts and fear signals. And here's another cool one designed to shift your emotional state almost instantly. It's called Narcissus breath. It's fascinating, right? You're combining a physical action, holding a real smile, with this vivid sensory imagination of smelling a beautiful flower. The idea is that this specific combo actually triggers an immediate chemical release of serotonin. And honestly, those breathing exercises are just scratching the surface. The full toolkit goes way deeper, with everything from self-awareness meditation to, much more advanced practices aimed at things like activating the third eye and even controlled astral projection. It's a whole system for gaining total mastery over your inner state. So, what happens when you do all this? What's the promise? What does life look like once you've actually mastered the system and escaped the matrix?
The promised results are frankly huge. We're not just talking about feeling a little calmer. The claim is this is a fundamental upgrade to your entire human operating system. We're talking complete freedom from anxiety, mastery over your thoughts, awakening higher abilities, and ultimately, the power to consciously create the life you want.
And it all comes back to this one core principle, a famous ancient Hermetic saying, all is mind. The idea that our inner world, our mind, is the ultimate cause of everything in our outer world. And I guess that's really the question that this whole philosophy leaves you with. Who's actually running the show? Is it you? Or is it the software that's been installed in your head?